Welcome, folks. Rambam. We are the laws of mikvah, chapter 8. Actually, just see for a second. I think there's a conclusion. I don't know if it's tomorrow. Yeah, after today's one chapter left, and we finish the 10th book, and we start the 11th book, which the 11th book is going to be, and the rest of all of the Rambam's teachings are much more applicable to everyday life, so to speak. Um, we're going to start with the laws of damages, right? If you damage someone's properties, so it's going to be civil law. It'd be very um, much more something that we're, familiar with. Okay, so chapter 8. Any body of water that is in contact with a mikvah, right? A mikvah has to be uh, the measurement of 40 saw, which is imagine the size of a phone booth, if anybody remembers what that is. Right. If you do, it's just kind of divulging your age. It's okay, we'll keep it between us. Right. Oh, some people don't know what a rotary phone is, you know. All right. And some people don't even know after the rotary phone was, push button phone. You push a button, you just tap, push. That like if you push, you're getting kind of pushy over here, like you're getting a little in my space, pushing but you're pushing button. All right. I thought you'd appreciate that. At least I did. All right. For those who know what I'm talking about, push button phones. All right. So the mikveh itself, it can be used for immersion. So if you have one body of water that's right, and you have another body of water that's in contact with that mikvah, that other body of water is not a mikvah. It's poured water from, it a mikvah doesn't mean just a bottle. We're talking about a kosher mikvah. So, right, it can't be drawn water. It has to be um, naturally coming there, as we learned some of those laws previously, right? Um, like a lake is natural water, right? No one drew the water, but if you take water from buckets from a well and you then pour it into your pool, right? Well, it's drawn water. And even if you take a hose, that's called drawn water. It's not coming in natural fashion. Anyway, we dealt with some of those laws yesterday. They're kind of very detailed. In any case, but if you do have a kosher mikveh, then you have another body of water that's not a kosher one, but since it's connected, so the mikveh makes the other body also good. And that's how they make mikvahs today, because the water needs to be changed to be, I mean, even they have filters, so it gets changed, but you change the water. You're putting water that's coming from, the tap that's not kosher, but it's connected to a body that is kosher water that's for the mikvah, then that becomes, since it's connected to it, um, something that could be used for immersion in the mikvah, which, by the way, teaches an important lesson. If you remain connected to a healthy wellspring of water of Torah, which is a wellspring of water, you become connected to that, then we become, you know, we become pure. So when the cavities that are next to the opening of the mikvah or the footprints left by an animal share a point of contact with the water of the mikvah that is as large as a mouthpiece of a drinking pouch, they may not be used for immersion. I'm not clear why on that. Not clear. Okay. Cavities to the side of the mikvah or crevices on the side of the mikvah may be used in immersion even if they have only a slightest point of contact with the water of the mikvah. Right. So again, a second pool of water, as long as it's connected to the mikvah. So even if it's the slightest connection, it is a pool that can be used. Now, in the previous one, when speaking about the footprints of an animal, so it's like the animal drank from it. That's what it is, but I'm not clear what that makes it not good. I'm not clear on that. Okay. When a needle is placed on the steps leading to the mikvah, one may move his hand back and forth in the water to create a wave. Once the wave passes over the needle, it regains purity. Right? So you just created a wave, you put it on the step. It's interesting. So this is, if you're in synagogue, in a Chabad synagogue, at the end of our prayers, we say a Mishnah. This is the Mishnah that we say, and afterwards a Rabbanan Kaddish is said. Wow. It just reminds me, Liba Davida, Ishayahu ben Bitzalel, right?
Yes.
Who's saying Kaddish for him?
We have someone
You have
from the
someone?
shul.
Oh, okay.
Someone at the shul saying
Okay,
it.
good. Okay. Okay, fine. Okay,
Thank you.
perfect. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Okay, number 4. The following laws apply to a hidden reservoir in the mikveh. If the ground that separates between the mikveh and the reservoir is sturdy and capable of remaining over the course of time, one may not use the water in the reservoir for immersion unless it shares a point of contact with the mikveh as large as the mouthpiece of a drinking pouch. If it is not capable of remaining for an extended period, one may immerse in the water as long as it shares any contact whatsoever with the water of the mikveh. Right, so it needs the point of contact, right? When the wall between two mikvahs is cracked in half, the two mikvahs are considered as joined. If together they contain 40 sa'i, either of them may be used for the immersion because they're connected, right? Alone, they wouldn't be able to be used. If the wall is cracked horizontally, they are not considered to be joined unless there's a point of contact the size of the mouthpiece of a drinking pouch. I guess that's not, it doesn't really connect it. Horizontal does, but not vertical. If the water is joined above the wall, they're considered as joined, provided that there's a layer of water, even thin as a garlic peel, connecting them over the width of the space of the size of the mouthpiece of a drinking pouch. So there has to be at least some kind of connection. It can be a very thin layer of water that connects the two reservoirs, but they have to be connected. How large is the measure of a hole the size of a mouthpiece of a drinking pouch? A circle with a diameter of the width sufficient to enable 2 average-sized fingers of an ordinary person to rotate within them, right? So this would, like this, right? I can put 2 fingers in here, so it's that size, then that is a connection between. The fingers mentioned do not refer to the thumb, but the first 2 of the 4 of the palm of one's hand. Any entity present in the hole in the size of the mouthpiece of a drinking pouch reduces that measure. This applies even if the entities are created from the water. If there's a doubt whether the hole is the size of the mouthpiece of a drinking pouch or not, the mikvahs are not considered as joined. The rationale is the primary obligation to immerse is scriptural. So since it's a scriptural law, so you have to be certain that it's that the size is large enough. Whenever the primary obligation is scriptural, even when the measure stated is conveyed by oral tradition, but real stringently when there is an unresolved doubt regarding its measure. Okay, I would love to continue, but I can't. All right, folks, thank you. Reminder that we're still continuing with the campaign. Whoever can reach out to people. I want to thank you all for all being a part of it and helping. Thank you very much. And if you can reach out to anybody or just share the messaging, amazing. God bless you.